YouTube. I'm so glad to be back with you with another online concert. I'm going to start with a lovely Irish song called Sally Gardens. Welcome everyone. I'm so glad to have you here. And I noticed there were quite a few people in the comments already before I'd even started the concert today. So that's really awesome to see you all tuning in and ready and waiting for me when I started. I'm going to have a little look back in the comments and say hi to some of you. So I see Gary McLary is here. That's awesome. Welcome Gary, and maybe Vicky as well. It was 5 a.m. for the earlier concert, so I don't blame you for, you said that you missed the first one, but I'm very glad you're here. You were waiting 2 hours early at the right link. That's so cool. And Eddie Marsh is here. Welcome. And you're in Northeast Texas, just south of Gary. And you were trying to harmonize with Falling Slowly in the first one, last concert. That's great. And Andrea Hart is here, and she says this is a great time for her. Good. So let me know if I've been asking people whether this is a good time for a concert for you all. I'd love to hear what time zone you're in and whether this is a convenient time or whether it would be better for you to have it morning, afternoon, or evening, because I want these concerts to be fun and convenient for everyone. And if it means I need to wake up in the middle of the night to give the concert at a convenient time for you, then I will do it. So I'm open to changing these times. Let's see. There was a question from Andrea. I'll get back to that in a moment. Corvus is here, and he came to both concerts today. That's very cool. I was going to say awesome again, but I think that's becoming, I'm saying awesome so many times because I'm so excited. And Bethany's back. She says, I'm here and super excited for another live concert. Welcome, Bethany. What a faithful supporter. And Derek is here too and saying hi to everyone. I'm enjoying the community and the comments. You guys are doing a great job of making this really fun. And Celia's here. Charlene's watching. Hi, Charlene. And I see Brooke is back. Thank you for joining again, Brooke. And I know Brooke donated earlier today or contributed towards a ticket price. So if anyone else is feeling like they would... Oh my goodness, Amelia also, and John. Wow, you guys are doing such a great job. Thank you. So that's part of what makes it possible for me to do these concerts every month. And I've just been saying to people, if you would have been willing to pay for a ticket, then there's a link down below where it says ticket contribution or voluntary ticket contribution. So if that's something you would have been happy to do, then I would really appreciate it. So thanks to those who already have. Very cool. And James Parker's back, and Schnozmo is back again. And Emilia's here, of course, she donated, so thanks for that, Amelia. And someone called Larry is here.
First time.
From Los Angeles. Is it his first time?
Yeah, guess I'm new here.
Oh yes, he said, guess I'm new here. Welcome, Larry. I'm so glad you're here for the first time, and I hope you enjoy it. Are there any other comments I should be looking at?
Is here, Ronald is here.
Someone from Bethany's from Chattanooga, so another part of the US, and Andreas is from Germany. I'm not sure where Ronald is from. Quincy is here from the Netherlands. Hi there, that's awesome. And Kennedy Hopkins is here. And Tully's watching. Avatal Ram. Welcome. So cool to have you here. And they're in Singapore and jet lagged. And my mom and dad are watching from the Kruger National Park. They're on holiday. So good to have you guys watching. I feel like I should do some more music though. I could be sitting there reading comments all day. MK's here. Welcome. That's so cool. I was socializing at his house on Friday night, and now here we are at the online concert. I'm so glad you made it.
Yay.
James is back.
Jen.
Jen. Oh, okay. Megan's friend Jen. She says hi. Okay, let's get back to some music. I'm so happy to have you all with me. And I could be just chatting to you for the whole time, no problem. But I think you're here for some music too. So we'll get back to that. I'm going to sing this lovely song called Hallelujah.
Secret chord that David played, and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the barefoot king composing hallelujah. Hallelujah. moving too, and every breath we drew is hallelujah. Hallelujah. I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the barefoot king composing hallelujah. Hallelujah.
So I think I'll check back in with the comments. I see, Talia's jet lagged. She said that she's glad to see me playing. Thank you so much. And Brooke donated again. Brooke, why? You're giving me too much money. Thank you so much. That's so awesome. Wow. And Brooke is also one of my Patreon supporters. So I guess you're putting your money where your mouth is. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And there's another little note that Charlene donated. Thank you, my friend. That is so amazing. It really means so much to me, more than just keeping these concerts going, to know that people you can watch these free of charge. I don't expect everyone to donate, but it is what keeps them coming, and to know that you value what I do enough to put your money behind it, it just means so much. So thank you very much to those people. Is there anything else I should check in? Uncle Donald and Uncle Stuart are also watching. Hi! Those are my uncles watching from the Kruger National Park with my parents. So I'm so glad to have you watching. And someone with writing that I can't read says, "Unreally charming." Thank you. I'm glad you think I'm charming. And Brando's watching and he said, "Really love that song." And Bella is watching from Sweden and she says that I'm an inspiration. She's just starting to learn to play the harp herself. That's fantastic, Bella. Well, all the best with that. I'm so glad you're going after your dreams. It's a wonderful instrument to learn and I hope you enjoy it. And Denise is also watching and enjoyed that performance of Hallelujah. So thanks, Denise. Now let's get back to some music. I'm going to play my original tune called Sunshiny Day. This is a bright, cheerful one after the emotional Hallelujah. And I hope it lifts your spirits. So I was supposed to tell you what the lineup is for today, and I forgot. I completely forgot because I was getting all carried away with all the different comments that were happening and the kind people donating, and I got too excited and I forgot to tell you what's happening. So, I got distracted by Facebook because I'm not supposed to be answering comments on Facebook, but I just saw clapping hands from my friend Darby. So thanks, Darby. Anyway, so back to the lineup. The next one I'm going to be doing is Time After Time. I've just recently uploaded a new video on my YouTube channel with this song, and then Can't Help Falling in Love, then my other original tune, Hope Isn't Far Away, and then I'm going to be singing Scarborough Fair and ending off with Nightingale. And we'll see, maybe we have an extra 5 minutes to take a song request after that. So this Douglas bought a ticket. Thank you so much, Douglas. That's amazing. So I so appreciate it. And
There's a couple comments.
I don't know, I don't know what Douglas's surname was or anything, but thank you so much. That's really cool. And what was that question? Are you part of VHS this time from Norway? A comment from Norway. I'm not part of VHS this time. They like to rotate having different presenters every time. And so I'm not, but I'm sure it's going to be brilliant content anyway. So I hope you appreciate it. Oh, that's the Virtual Harp Summit for those who aren't harpists or maybe don't know about it. And if you are a harpist, I highly recommend that you go and check out the Virtual Harp Summit because you can watch all the content that they have, presentations from harpists all around the world, free of charge during the time of the summit. And then if you want to purchase lifetime access, you can, and it's so worth it. But I won't be presenting this time. Amelia says, this original song is great. Maybe you could make the sheet music available at your sheet music shop. I plan to, so watch out for that. Hopefully it will be there soon. I must get back to the question from Andrea Hart. I will get back to that soon.
Similar to Brooke's question.
Okay, I will do that after the next song. So let's get to Time After Time. The reason I like this song so much is because it's not just, every love song has a little bit of a different slant to it. This one is a beautiful love song, but I like the way it talks about, it has metaphors to do with time, and also just the progression of a relationship, and saying that I guess you can call on me, and that the love will last a lifetime. And I think that's beautiful. So,
Sheet music.
Oh yes, I just recently put up the sheet music on my website for this. So if anyone is a harpist and loves this arrangement, you can purchase it for download.
You say, go slow.
I just glanced at the comments and I saw Charlene says she's having a chocolate mug cake while watching. And she says it's really relaxing. Thanks, Charlene. I'm glad you're enjoying a chocolate mug cake. I feel like Megan and I need to have one after the concert now. Are you going to come and say hi to everyone, Megs?
I should, now.
Yeah, why not now?
Okay.
This is my lovely sister Megan. My right-hand man, or at the moment my left-hand girl.
Hi, everyone.
Do you want to explain what you've been doing?
I've been turning the dial so that you hear a little bit of reverb while she's singing and playing, and turning it off while she's talking so that you don't hear reverb while she's talking, if I get it right.
Otherwise it sounds like I'm talking in the bathroom.
Yeah. And I've been keeping an eye on the comments and also keeping out an eye for all the donations, which is so exciting.
I think Megan gets just as excited as I
Totally.
do. Thanks, Megs. I really
Cool.
appreciate it. It's so great to have help because when I started doing these online concerts, I knew it was something that I was enjoying it and I loved that you guys enjoyed it, but it was really, really hard. So hard because there's so much technology. I have to keep track of so many different things, and I was turning the reverb on and off and checking the comments and trying to do everything myself, and I think in the end I didn't end up performing as well as I could because I had my mind on so many different things. So to have people like Megan helping me just makes a huge difference. I really appreciate it. So do we have any questions that I should answer? I need to talk about Andrea Hart's question. And Denise bought a ticket! Yay! Thank you, Denise. That's amazing. Just a reminder, in case anyone has joined in since I last mentioned it, there's a link down below where it says voluntary ticket contribution. So these are free of charge, but if you would have been willing to contribute towards a ticket, to pay some kind of ticket price, whatever you would have been willing to pay, if you would send that to me, it would be absolutely amazing, and it keeps these concerts happening. So I need to talk about what was it, the advantages of lever harp versus pedal harp.
And which is your favorite?
Oh, I can't choose a favorite. That's like choosing between favorite children. There's totally advantages to both. One major advantage of a lever harp is that it's much easier to transport. So that's the obvious one. A lot of pedal harpists will have a lever harp just to take to gigs when they don't need their pedal harp because it's so much easier to transport. And so when I'm doing my regular gigs, regular performances, I take this one as much as possible because I think it gives a lovely sound. It accompanies my voice beautifully, and yeah, it does a great job. So I enjoy the convenience of it. But I think also the actual mechanism of how the lever harp works means that some arrangements that are created for lever harp don't work as well with pedal harp. So for example, I can give myself like a C sharp in the bass and a C natural up in the treble, and then I don't need to change the C sharp pedal like I would on a pedal harp, which you can hear. It's like a little tricky to make it completely silent. And so for some pieces you would really want to have that. And yeah, it just works well. Generally, I mean, there's a regular tension that you would usually have on a concert harp, a pedal harp, and things like Celtic pieces where there's really fast tunes in the right hand, and certain types of music you would want to have a lower tension harp. And so, I mean, that's one thing about my Ogden is that it's more comparative. It feels more like a pedal harp, so it doesn't really have that advantage of feeling like a Celtic harp. But yeah, I think they both have advantages and disadvantages. What's good about a pedal harp is it means I can change key or give accidentals in the middle of a piece really easily with my feet, and it has a much wider range and a much bigger sound. Yeah, and then of course I have my harpsicle, which is the little lap harp that I can even strap on and walk around with. And so that has another whole set of advantages. It's just so transportable. I can even put it in the overhead compartment of a plane, which is really cool. And yeah, it's just, that one has a lighter tension and it just gives a different sound, and I feel differently when I'm playing them. I think that's probably one of the biggest things for me, is that I will play differently on the different harps because it's a different experience for me. So yeah, I think that's it.
And you'll make a video soon.
And I'm going to make a video to compare. My next video idea, one of them, is to compare why you would choose to buy a 34-string lever harp versus a harpsichole if you're starting to play the harp for the first time. Like, what should you be buying? And I can't really give advice to you in general, but I can say what I find as advantages and disadvantages of each of my harps. And if you'd like to hear one where I compare the lever harp and the pedal harp at a later stage, I could definitely do that. But let's move on and do some more singing. Is there another question I should answer?
That you should
Okay. Silly is asking, have you ever sung My Lark in Love or Dark Waltz? I think those two will suit your voice very well and will be beautiful with harp accompaniment. I have sung My Lark in Love a lot, but I haven't really done it with harp accompaniment much. But I should. I definitely should. It's on my to-do list. So hopefully you'll see that before too long. And Dark Waltz, I know that song. I've sung it to myself a little bit and fiddled around with it on the piano a few years ago, but I've never performed it. But maybe you're right. Maybe it is a good one for me to look at.
And Anuna covers.
Oh, yes. I have one on my channel when I was in my prime. Have you seen that video, James? It was a multi-track where I sang all the parts, and I actually have a stack of like the samples of Anuna music. Like, you can print out the first page or whatever to test it out, and I've been testing them and trying to figure out which song I should do next, because they Michael McGlynn has written quite a few songs that would work really well with harp accompaniment, some of them written for harp accompaniment and others for piano, and so that is in the back of my mind, and hopefully I'll be doing something like that soon. Janice says, play please. I've been talking too much. Okay, this is Can't Help Falling in Love. That's not an F sharp.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Like a
Megan's reminding me to tell you about the sheet music. There is sheet music available for Can't Help Falling in Love too. So that's another one for the harpists out there. And if you don't like to sing in public, then you can join up with a friend who's a flautist or a violinist or a singer. And MK says, nice song. I've heard the song in 3 genres today. No. Oh, you have to tell me which 3 genres that is. And I'm so surprised you heard it 3 times in one day. I mean, it's a pretty popular song, but that's awesome. And Cindy says, Max is watching on my phone while I'm driving. Oh, that's so cool. Hi, Max. I'm so glad you're watching, and I hope you're enjoying the show. And Douglas says, done it at last. Monday evening at the Vineyard. Oh, it is that Douglas. Newlands and Saturday evening in the UK. Okay. Is that the Douglas who donated? Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so great. So it was lovely to meet you on Monday, Douglas, and kind of surreal to have you watching on the other side of the internet now. I'm so glad you followed through and came and watched. Thank you for taking the time. That is so very cool, because usually when I meet people, it's kind of a once-off and maybe I'll see them again at the Vineyard Hotel. But now here we are on YouTube. I'm so glad. John says, I sent a ticket contribution. Breakdown of the contribution is 75% for your renditions of Loch Lomond and Caledonia and philosophical thoughts, and 25% for the tartan shawl. Oh, that's so cool. Was that from the first concert? Because I sang Loch Lomond. Yes, but Loch Lomond and Caledonia I sang in the first concert. So thank you. I'm so glad. And this is from Scotland. So I don't know if I can say it's... I mean, it is... I think it's made out of lamb's wool. But I don't know how genuine it can be. It is. You can tell... You tell me. I think it was just from the centre of Edinburgh. But I really appreciate it every winter. Frank says, hi from San Francisco Bay Area in USA, and Rebecca's watching from Cary, NC.
North Carolina.
North Carolina. I'm not very good with states by their shortenings. I don't always know what they are. But let's go back to some music.
MK says pop, reggae, and you.
Oh, wow. Okay, you don't know what to call me, hey? I don't know either sometimes. So this next one is probably what... who was it? John was talking about me being philosophical, and it's to do with my song Hope Isn't Far Away, and I'll kind of describe it similarly to how I did at the earlier concert today. I was just saying that I wrote this song in response to, you know, the world is such a rough place. We all deal with a lot of difficult things, and we see tough things happening to people around us. In South Africa, there's a lot of poverty and inequality and just a lot of bad stuff happening, and I think it's like that in every country. We all have our challenges and we see people going through hardship, and it can be really hard to see that all around you and not know the answers or how you can help in that situation, because there's not a lot we can personally do sometimes. We can't just flick a switch and make the world fixed and perfect. But I don't think that means that there isn't hope. So I wrote this song because I'm still convinced that no matter how tough things seem around us and how many bad things are happening, I still believe very strongly that there's hope. So that's what this tune is about. So that one was called Hope Isn't Far Away. And I see there's some comments. Cam says hello from Tennessee. Hi. And 80 Rebecca says, do you play 1,000 Years? I'm working on that song on my lever harp. That's a beautiful one. I actually sang that at a wedding once, and it's not in part of my regular repertoire because I don't think it's the best for my voice, and I haven't really done an instrumental version, but I've heard some beautiful ones, and I'm glad to hear you're playing it. Bethany says, I'd also love to hear you play and sing 1,000 Years. Well, maybe I should try it sometime and let you guys be the judge. I wonder if I should whip out my music. It's not in my memory, but if you like, you can stay around afterwards and I'll whip it out and try it out, and you can be the judge whether you think it suits my voice. Uncle Donald asked if you could do Feed the Birds with your harp. I think I actually did that just for fun. I was playing through a book of Disney tunes on my pedal harp. It does have I think it has a few accidentals that would be a little tricky on lever harp, or it would just take some creative arranging skills. And so I've done it a little bit. I haven't really pursued it, but that's a good suggestion. I mean, I love Mary Poppins. Oh, Charlene's reminding me, are you working on Colors of the Wind from Pocahontas? I actually played that for you the other day, didn't I? And I haven't done anything since then. Thanks for reminding me. I can't remember who it was who requested that song, but I better get on it because one day they're going to be on this online concert and say, I demand Colors of the Wind.
Well,
I asked for it
Charlene's
years
gonna
ago. Anyway, I should work on that because it is possible. And I can do it, but I haven't. So I wanted to mention something before I sing my next song, which is going to be Scarborough Fair. I wanted to mention about next month's, no, not next month's one, October's online concert, because I've recently been working on my live album recording, and I'm really excited about that because I recorded this album performing live for an audience, part of it in this very room here. We had an audience watching while I recorded my album, and other parts of it were when I was streaming live on Facebook, I recorded here. And I just love that these live albums capture the intimacy, the magic of a live performance. You can kind of feel that atmosphere of the audience being right there, a part of making the music happen, and I just love that. So I'm really excited to have my next album coming out soon. And we are going to do an album release on my online concert, or during my online concert in October. Oh, I almost said September and then I almost said August. It's October. And at the moment, the date we've set aside for the October online concert is the 14th of October. So make sure you're there because we're going to make it fun. We're going to make it a celebration because I'm really excited to be releasing this new album, and it will be available for download online. So be there, and we'll be letting you know some more details via the email list, so make sure you're on there so you can hear more details, because I'm sure we're going to do something fun to make it extra special. Yeah, I'll tell them about that soon. We're going to now sing another song, Scarborough Fair.
Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Remember me to one who lives there. He once was a true love of mine. Tell him to find me an acre of land. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Between the salt water and Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Remember me to one who lives there. He once was a true love of mine.
Megan's just saying that Kent paid for a ticket. Thank you so much, Kent. That's really awesome, and I really appreciate it because this is free of charge to you guys. You don't have to contribute towards these concerts happening, but when you do, it is very much appreciated, and it is what actually makes this sustainable. So thank you, Kent. And if anyone else has just joined recently, there's a link down below where it says voluntary ticket contribution. And we're thinking of it like if you would have been willing to pay for a ticket to a concert. Think of this as a formal concert, and you just happen to be in the front row seats. Then whatever you would have been willing to contribute, if you could follow that link, it would really be so appreciated. Now let's just have a look at the comments here. Andreas says, looking forward to your next album. Yay! Thanks, Andreas. I'm so impressed that you managed to make it to both concerts today. So thanks for coming back. And Rebecca said, I downloaded your album after last month's performance and I really enjoy it and I'm looking forward to your next album. I did watch you live while you recorded it. Oh, so you were part of the process. So when I mentioned that magic that only happens in a live performance, you were a part of it, Rebecca. So now you're going to be able to stake a claim. I'm sure I'll put you can imagine, I don't think you won't be able to get a physical copy, but when you download it, just imagine the album cover, and then as you open it up in the inside, it's going to say thank you to everyone who was part of the live stream. So that will be you. Okay, so there's one more comment. Okay, and I'm about to sing my last official song, but if you stick around, maybe I will do that experiment with 1,000 years.
They can request.
Or you can make a song request.
Because I think they're going to be taken.
Tali says, I got a ticket too. Hope payment went through. Yay! Thank you so much. Do you have your music sheet for Scarborough Fair? That was really beautiful. I do indeed. It is also available on my website. So there's a link in the description where it says sheet music, and then it takes you through to my website and it displays all the sheet music I have available, and some of it you can buy directly through my website, like Scarborough Fair. That's the best place to buy it, directly through my website. And then some of the others that I didn't have copyrights for, I had to sell it through another website, but all the links are there and it's all displayed on my website. So I've had some amazing feedback from people who have bought my sheet music, just appreciating that I put fingering in, and I also put in some of my sheet music has chords so that the guitar can join you, and it's just been so great to hear back from people who have purchased the sheet music and enjoyed it. So I love hearing from you afterwards, and maybe you can send me a little clip of you playing my sheet music, because it just makes my heart so happy to see people on the other side of the world playing my arrangement. It's so cool. Amelia bought Scarborough Fair. Well, there you go, Amelia. Now you just heard me saying how much I would appreciate it if you sent a little video of you playing, even if you're just halfway through working it out. But thanks for purchasing it, and I hope it goes well. If you have any questions about the sheet music, then send me an email. I'd be very happy to help you with that. Voter's late again. He says, guess who is late again? Well, I'm glad you're here. It makes a difference even if you're here just for the last 10 or 15 minutes, because it feels so much fun to have people watching live, and then you can hear me answering your comments, and it's just such a great community feel. So even if you can just come for 10 minutes, and then you can watch the rest afterwards on YouTube. Okay. One more thing. Do you know the song Wayfaring Stranger? I know that song. I haven't performed it, but it is a beautiful song, and that is a great request. So I'm going to put that on my list of song requests, and maybe I will learn that, because that is a beautiful song. Thank you for that suggestion. Voter says, hi, Megan. Yes, it is Megan, so thanks for saying hi. So what was I going to say now? Yes, I was going to say that this is Nightingale that is coming next. And this song is really significant. I just absolutely love the meaning behind it. It was written by Deborah Henson Conant, who is a wonderful American harpist who is so inspiring to so many of us around the world. She's doing such great things in harp. And this song is just fantastic. It's so poignant, it's so deep, and I just love the picture it creates. Basically what it tells us is, she wrote it after her mother passed away, is the story I've heard. And just talking about how her mother played such an important role in her life, and she could not be replaced after she's gone. And I think the way I've drawn meaning out of this, because I haven't experienced that, my mother passing away, but I have experienced loss in other forms, and I think each of us have experienced loss and noticed how when people who were really important to you are no longer there, there's just a hole that can't be replaced by other people. And I think that that's also a message to every one of us, that we have a very important role to play in the lives of people around us, and we shouldn't underestimate that. So never underestimate how important it can be to say a kind word, follow through on promises you've made to people, and just take that place in people's lives that only you can take, because you really are unique and important in the world. So this is Nightingale. Wow. Andreas, Rebecca, William all bought tickets. Thank you so much. That's amazing. I really appreciate it. What a great way to end the official part of our concert for today. And I noticed that Facebook, which is just on a little camera over here, or phone, it can only do an hour. And so they're about to leave me. But I wanted to say, if you want to come over to YouTube, you can watch the rest of this. And I'm going to end the show for Facebook now. Oh, but before I end for Facebook, the next month's concert is, we said to our email list that it was going to be the 9th of September. We're probably going to send out another one just to confirm the date, but I think it will be the 30th of September, because I'm going to Johannesburg for a large portion of September, so it's been a little tricky to figure out the timing. But it's going to be my birthday in September, so we're going to make it a big birthday celebration, and I'm sure we're going to have balloons and cake. We have to have balloons and cake. We're going to make it happen, and hopefully both my sisters will be here, and maybe a bit more of my family. I'm not entirely sure, but it's going to be a celebration, and I'm hopefully going to give something to you guys to make it fun for you as well. And so make sure you don't miss September's live online concert, because I can't wait. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a party. So make sure you're on the email list, so that if anything changes about the date, because it's been a little tricky for us to figure out, then we can send everyone an email just to confirm. But hopefully I'll see most of you then. I'm just going to say bye to Facebook. Bye. Thanks for watching. And now it's just us, YouTube. So James says that was a very appropriate song for me, since I sing like a nightingale. Thank you, that's so sweet. So do we have any requests for a last extra song? I know some people wanted to hear me singing 1,000 Years, which I'm not convinced. See, the problem is I still haven't figured out a key that really works for my voice for that song, because I think I was singing it a little low in my voice. So what I've been doing sometimes when I just sing it as background music, I'm reading the sheet music that I wrote out for it in one key, and I'm singing it in another key, which feels, playing it. So I'm looking at sheet music in one key and performing it in another key, which is a bit of a mind bender, but I think of it like a personal challenge, which I quite enjoy sometimes. But I'm not sure how reliable that's going to be for an online concert. But Megan thinks I should do it. If we, the other options are. Okay, John's still asking for Afton Water. We need to put that on my list of songs to figure out, because I still haven't done that with Harp, John. I'm sorry, but hopefully soon. The other options were maybe to do a little more Celtic harp, like instrumental, because I have that lovely set called Josephine's set, which I really enjoy. There's also Wild Mountain Time. Maybe I could sing May It Be, or You Take My Breath Away.
There's another vote for May It Be.
And
the Lord of the Rings vote,
which is also May It Be.
Yeah.
Megs, can you perhaps fetch my suitcase from the kitchen, which has my book, which would have 1,000 years in it? So now we're in this lovely space where you can stay as long as you want to, because we've ended officially. But who knows what's about to happen. So May It Be has got a vote, and Lord of the Rings. So maybe that's what it should be, since we have some votes for that. I'm waiting to see whether anyone else is going to be commenting, because it takes a little while for the comments to come in. So it's the green file, Megs. No, the file. It's a dark green. Yeah, and then maybe you can get the music stand. Thank you. So helpful. Okay. I think I'll put it here. I'll just kind of look sideways.
and transpose in your mind.
And transpose in my mind. So I'm looking at it in C, and I'm trying to play it in F. Well, actually, I also played it in E major at one point, and at D. So in D. So as you can see, I really don't know what I'm doing with this song. I haven't really figured it out. I think that'll be safest. I'm a little bit scared to be messing around with a different key for you
But
guys.
that voter said this. Read what he said. Just try it.
Just try it. You are among friends. Oh, that's so sweet. So should I try it in a key that I think will work for my voice?
Rebecca's agreeing with him.
Okay. I'm among friends. Guys.
And also Nell paid for a ticket.
Oh, no. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Wow. I hope you're still around. And now you can hear some extra. Thank you so much. I can't remember. At this part, I didn't write out very much, though. That's the problem. I can't really remember this part. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'll just figure it out. Okay, I'm getting it, guys. Okay, I think I've got it. So let's try. Well, I've said that very confidently, like I'm actually going to get everything right.
I think you are.
Okay. So let's just skip the intro. Heart beats.
Do the intro.
Okay.
Heart beats fast, colors and proud. 1,000 years. I'll love you for 1,000 more. And all along I believed I would find you. Time has brought you hard to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I'll love you for 1,000 more. And all along I believed I would find you. Time has brought you hard to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I'll love you for 1,000 more.
Yay! So there's my.
Knew you could do it.
Thank you. Yeah, once I get into the chord progression a little bit more, it gets a little easier. So I kind of built up in confidence, which was so funny. I thought the lyrics in the beginning were so appropriate, where it says, "How to be brave? How can I love when I'm afraid to fall?" And then it says, "All of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow." And I was just thinking of all you telling me that you're amongst friends, which was so sweet. Okay, so I think we should just finish off with May It Be, since everyone was asking for that, and then call it a day. But maybe I'll check in with the
They're all
the
just
comments.
clapping.
Aw, thank you. That's so sweet.
Aww, look at Photo.
He's got goosebumps on his arms. Oh, that's so nice. He said, "Megan, could you give Christy-Lyn a really, really, really big hug?"
Do you want it now?
Yes.
Yay,
You can say no to a hug. Thank you. Oh, so sweet. Okay, so if you want to go, you can go. You have my blessing. But I will sing May It Be quickly for those who want to stick around. And I don't know, I sometimes am a little iffy with the words, so I'll have this chilling here just in case. Are we ready?
May it be an evening star shines down upon you. May it be when darkness falls, your
Bethany and Sergio and Jean all bought tickets at this late stage of the game. Ha! That's such a wonderful surprise. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. What a wonderful way to end. So I hope you enjoyed the bonus content at the end of today. And I think you got 10 songs today, which is more than I usually manage to fit into a concert. And one of them was raw and real.
It was awesome.
So I'm glad you guys were up for it. I'm always up for it if you're up for it. Maybe we should do some more experimental things at the end of the concert next time.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks everybody for joining. It's been lovely to see all your comments happening here. It's just sad that this chat box goes away after the video is published, but we always save your chat so we can look at them again afterwards. And for those who are watching the video after the time, hopefully you can come and watch it live next time, because there's nothing like live music and just knowing that you're a part of the experience. And that really happens in these concerts through the chat. And I just love our community that we've built here. Voters asking, when in September is your birthday? I guess it's not it's on my Facebook, and a lot of my supporters are on my Facebook as well. It's the 12th of September. So that's when my birthday is happening. I will actually be away from home on the 12th of September, so I'm not going to be really celebrating it much on that day. So I'll have to choose another date for celebrating with my family and friends. But I'm looking forward to this online concert with you guys. Micah was here! Thanks for joining! Good night! I saw an email from you. I will respond soon. I have been trying out your arrangement, and it is great. And Ronald is saying thank you, and Jean is going to watch again later. Thank you, everybody, and I hope you have a great rest of your evening or day or whatever time it is, and I'll see you for the exciting birthday concert next time at some point in September. Make sure you're on my email
And in
list so you
October.
don't miss it. And then the album release one in October. Okay, see you next time. Bye!